Drug and alcohol employee. Introduction. Impact of drug and alcohol abuse on the workplace. 70% of all adult illegal drug users are employed. 12% of the workforce reports heavy drinking. 14% of employees abuse drugs on the job. 60% of drug users will sell drugs to other employees. 40% of them will steal from their companies to support their habits. 8 times more likely to have attendance problems. 6 times more likely to file workers' compensation claims. 5 times more likely to be in an accident. 3.5 times more likely to injure others in workplace accidents. 2.5 times more likely to ask for time off. 1/3 less productive. 300% higher medical costs and benefit usage. DOT alcohol misuse and anti-drug program. Who is included? DOT requires drug and alcohol testing of employees who perform a covered function for DOT pipelines, DOT truck drivers. A covered employee is any employee who performs or has the potential to perform an operation, maintenance, or emergency response function on a DOT pipeline as covered by the RSPA or FHW division of DOT. Part 383. A list of examples of covered and non-covered functions based on the regulations was used to determine the company's covered employees. DOT alcohol misuse and anti-drug program general philosophy. The DOT rules are written with a philosophy that is apparent throughout the rules. DOT RSPA has authority over employees when associated with performing covered functions on DOT pipelines, nothing more. It is thus important to understand the definition of a covered function. Under the alcohol misuse requirements, timing is very important. For example, understanding when an employee is performing a covered function. This is very different from the drug testing requirements where timing is not an issue. Generally under DOT, using prohibited drugs is prohibited at any time. Using alcohol is prohibited only at certain times. DOT alcohol misuse and anti-drug program. What is prohibited? DOT prohibits the following: reporting for duty or remaining on duty that requires the performance of a covered function while having an alcohol concentration of 0.04 or greater. Using alcohol while performing covered functions. Using alcohol within 4 hours prior to performing a covered function, or if an employee is called to respond to an emergency, within the time period after the employee is notified to report for emergency duty. Using alcohol within 8 hours following an accident or until a post-accident test has been conducted, unless management has determined that the employee's performance of a covered function could not have contributed to the accident. Refusing to submit to an alcohol test required by DOT. Program components. Here is a diagram of the program components. Short-term benefits. Fewer accidents, fewer disciplinary actions, cost savings and incentive programs including medical and health insurance carriers, workers' compensation insurance carriers, property, casual, and liability insurance carriers, reduced losses due to absenteeism, theft, and fraud. Long-term benefits. Reduced cost of insurance claims. Lower costs due to losses and errors. Improve employee morale and productivity. Earlier identification and resolution of problems. Greater employee awareness about the problem. Decreased legal cost of hiring and training.